Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm really excited to be back here making tutorials. It's been like a hot minute since I posted anything. I did think I had more videos to post, so I was just gonna go through and like upload everything, but I guess like either I deleted some footage or I don't have the videos that I thought I had, so we're not gonna worry about it. I'm not gonna stress, but I am excited to film some makeup tutorials. So I think like I have like 3 already planned that I'm going to film for you guys. I'm really excited to do them. Yeah, this is going to be a lot of fun. So this is today's makeup look. I think she looks so pretty. I have been wanting to do makeup look with stars for such a long time. I love the way that stars look on me. I'm like a star child. I think that the Inspo, like the creator, used like star stickers. I don't have stickers. I like to freehand my stars for some reason. I'm a little crazy like that. So we're going to try my best and I really hope it turns out well. Honestly, I might draw out some on like tape because I have tape in this house. I don't have stickers, so I might want to freehand it, or if not, I'm going to get the tape and I'm going to cut out some sticker shapes. And I'm also not really sure how my makeup skills are because again, as I said, it's been a while since I put makeup on my face. Like I've done a couple like natural soft beats, but like this is not that, and I'm excited to do that. I will say I have been sent a couple goodies from Fwee, so I will try to incorporate that into today's video. I might have to do like a more like in-depth, like if I think I got like some lips and some cheek products, so I might just like post a separate video just for the lips and just for the cheeks, just so like they're like separate. So let me know what you guys think of these products at the end. Again, I'm really excited to be doing my makeup today. I'm going to have so much fun. I think this look is going to turn out really stunning. I also hope that you're excited to see this final makeup look, so go ahead and keep watching. I went ahead and used some of my favorite products for my skin prep. I'm going to pop in 2 pair of lenses today. Going first in with the OLENS Sapphire Blue Glowy lenses. The look has a very nice two-tone effect and I feel like this blue suits me very well. Then going in with the OLENS Russian Smoky because I love the way this eye looks and it makes my eye look so bright. NYX Bear With Me spray to prep my skin and get it ready for the priming process. I like to get this sprayed all over the face. It's such a nice primer. I feel so refreshed. You can also use it as a refresher. I am almost out of this one. I definitely need to get a new one, but I just really love the way this feels on my skin under all my makeup. Then going in with Milk's Hydro Grip Primer to go ahead and prime the rest of my face. This primer is very tacky. I feel like it does such a really good job of just helping all of the rest of my makeup adhere to my skin. I am kind of going for like a really dramatic makeup look, so you want kind of a heavy duty primer. And this primer works really harmoniously with the rest of the makeup, and that's kind of what I want. I'm trying to like layer it so it looks really nice. It doesn't look really cakey, and all of the makeup just kind of like blends together pretty well. To color correct, going in with the e.l.f. Camo Color Corrector in the shade Orange. I'm going to put this over all of my discoloration on my face. I feel like this just helps really even out my base. It blends out so nice into that primer, and I feel like it just sets me up very well for the rest of the makeup. If you're going to use it to cover up breakouts, just make sure you use them on healed acne scars because you don't want to put any product over acne scars that have yet to be healed. BK Beauty 113 brush to blend everything out. What I really love about the brush is that it makes really light work of blending out any product, concealer, color corrector, foundation. I feel like this brush works out really well. It's really thick, and I think that has something to do with like the denseness of the brush and how well it blends out product. One of my favorite brushes. Milani Conceal+Perfect in the shade Cool Sand. I'm going to take this over all of my discoloration, basically everywhere that I put that color corrector, and I'm going to do a nice thin layer over all of these areas because I learned a new method to do my foundation and my concealer, so I'm just going to make sure I go ahead and apply it with the applicator first before I blend it out. Alicia Satin Wear Healthy Green Cushion for my foundation in the shade 35 in Toffee. Without blending out that concealer, I'm going to take this all over my face and use this as well as that foundation to blend out that concealer into the rest of my skin. I feel like this method just makes my skin look so flawless, and I don't know why, but it like makes my skin look kind of high coverage without like putting on too much product. And the concealer that I use is kind of high coverage in itself, and I feel like this looks so nice when I blend it out, and it just looks really flawless. e.l.f. 16 Hour Camo Concealer in the shade Rich Coca. The Inspo photo has a really pretty round face, so I'm just going to do kind of my normal contour, just leaving my face on like the cuter, rounder side. Just making sure I hit all my normal spots like my forehead, along my cheekbones, and then my jawline. And then where the contour really shows is the nose contour. It's very dramatic and very dark, so I'm going to go really heavy on the nose contour. I'm really excited to try that out. There's so much emphasis on the nose bridge as well as the rounded tip of the nose. To blend my perimeter, going in with the BK Beauty 101 brush. Main reason why I love this brush is because it's so dense. A dense brush does a really good job at helping like meld products together. You want the contour to be really blended into the rest of the product. You won't want it to be too standout-ish. And so this brush just helps really kind of like bring everything in together. For my nose, going in with this Real Techniques blending brush. I like how precise this brush is. I feel like it also does a really good job at helping blend out my nose contour. I never really have a problem when I use this brush. I feel like the nose contour still looks like the star of the show, like it is going to be by the end of this makeup tutorial, but I feel like it does a really good job at helping, like, again, blend it into the rest of the makeup without making it look too dramatic, because I love a dramatic nose contour, and this is kind of a dramatic nose contour, but I don't want it to look completely out of place with the rest of the makeup. To highlight, going in with the e.l.f. Camo Concealers in Medium Peach and Tan Sand. First, taking Tan Sand as like the first layer of my highlight, going over all of the high points of my face, just to help make sure that they stand out. I'm going to use this. It is such a lovely shade. It is lighter than my skin color because I'm trying to highlight and lift parts of my face, and this does such a good job at helping to lift. Then I'm going to go into Medium Peach, and I'm going to use that to just add like a little extra shine in the center of my face. I like to go over everywhere that I already put the other concealer, Tan Sand, and just makes the skin just look a little brighter and helps the center just pull more focus. BK Beauty 101 brush. I'm going to go in with this brush to start the blending process around my face. I like to take this up the center, excluding my nose, and really blend out all of the cream products that I just put on there, and really blend out that concealer. I feel again these really nice BK Beauty brushes are so dense that they make really quick work of blending out any product, especially creams. They love a cream, and literally creams love them. For the rest of my face, going in with this powder puff. I love taking this powder puff all over the rest of the cream products, especially because it's a triangular powder puff. I feel like it really gets into the nooks and crannies around my eyes very well, and especially on my nose. It helps me be more precise. And again, something about just like a flat surface or a dense surface just helps blend out products really well. And again, it makes such quick work of all the cream products like in its way. Going in with two cream blushes. First, going in with the YSL Make Me Blush in the shade Nude Lovelies. I like using this one as a base for my blush. I'm going to put this on my cheekbones, on my nose, and on my chin. I don't need to put any on my forehead because the Inspo photo does not have any blush on her forehead. So these four spots are going to just be perfect for a nice base for my blush. Then using the e.l.f. Camo blush in the shade Berry Well. Going to add this over top to really like deepen the blush up. I love like a really rosy berry shade on my skin color. It's going to kind of have like the corally effect that the Inspo photo has, but it actually look really nice on my skin. Then I'm going to use the reverse side of my powder puff to blend out my blush. I love taking this and tapping motions all over the face. Again, just like with the concealer, it blends it out so well, and it doesn't take long at all for all of the product just to like melt into the skin. You still want the blush to be kind of like poppy because it is a focal point as part of the look, but again, you still want to blend it into the rest of the makeup. Top off all the creams with a layer of the NYX Bare With Me spray just all over the skin. Kaleido Symphony Contour Trio in the shade Tan. I'm going to use this to set all of my contour. I love the way that this kind of just like blends kind of perfectly into whatever color I use as my cream contour. I love the way that it sets the face and helps really matte down that cream contour, and it just really makes the face look so nice and snatched. And that is exactly what I'm going for. Fluffy brush for my nose contour, and I'm just going to follow the previous shape that I kind of like created with the cream contour and just go along my nose bridge, kind of circle around the tip of my nose just to make it look really cute and really like over dramatic and kind of cartoonish, but it'll work with the final look. Kaleido Symphony Face Illuminator in medium to set my face. I'm going to go in with my very trusty dusty triangle puff, but on the other side, and I'm going to use that to set all over my face. This is a really light color, so you want to make sure that you blend it in if it doesn't perfectly match your skin color. I do like it slightly lighter just because it gives a really nice highlight, and I'm all about making the face look really like contrasty, especially with dramatic makeup looks like this. And I really like this product, and it blends out so well. My main goal is to try to find products that kind of like work well with each other. And I feel like this like mix that I like kind of like throw in and out sometimes works really well together, but especially this illuminator just makes my skin look so nice and matte. For my blush, going in with the Kaleidos Mono Blush in Sanguine, I'm just going to go over everywhere I've already put that cream blush just to add a little more emphasis, but also make sure I concentrate it in the center of those areas because I want my cheeks to be blush, but like really concentrated just in the center. The highlight, going in with the Kaleidos Space Age highlighter in Gifted. I'm going to take this all over the high points of my face, really give it a nice shine, and trying to draw it a little more forward onto my cheeks. This is going to kind of top off the base layer for the makeup because everything after this point gets really dramatic, and I'm really excited for how it's going to turn out. But me highlighting and making my skin look really nice and glowy is a really big part of making this whole look really pop. Next, micro brow pencil in the shade Espresso. Going to use this to add some definition to my brows. I don't really need much. Her brows are pretty light. I'm pretty sure she did a brow cover and just kind of like etched on some brows. So we're just going to do a really like kind of dramatic at the front brow, but then keeping the tail really nice and thin. Then I'm going to go in with the same product to do some fake freckles all over my face, around my mouth, along my cheekbones, as well as up my nose and my forehead. There are so many freckles on this look, and you just keep going till you're happy with the density of the freckles. Milani Stay Put Tank Liner in the shade Brown to add some emphasis to my freckles and just add a little more dimension. And again, just putting that all over my face. Then I'm going in with Milani's Weekend Brow to add some like moles. You just kind of want to color them darker than the rest of the freckles that you created. So the eye makeup is going to be a little complicated, so I'm going to walk you through one of them and then I'm going to show you how I did the rest of them, because I don't think I could keep repeating that. I'm going in with these 3 angled brushes for the 3 shades of the bigger stars, and then these are my 2 brushes to sort of like make and draw out the stars. And I'm going to be heavily relying on this Plouise Base Pro, as well as this Plouise AM to PM palette. This is a game changer. If you have darker skin and you want vibrant eyeshadows, this is what you need. I'm going to go in and put this Base Pro all over my lid and really blend that into the eye. Just literally everywhere. And then down the sides of my nose a little bit as well. Ready, set, go, all over my lid. I'm going to buff this all over the lid with a fluffy brush. It is such a nice pigmented yellow. You are going to have to make sure that if you're recreating this look and you are like deeper or tan skin, you're going to want to use a concealer or a base pro because that just really helps makes the eyeshadow pop. More base pro just on the front of my brow. Really kind of like pack it in a like diamond shaped. Then I'm going to go in with the shade You're Invited, and I'm going to really just buff that along where my eyebrow used to be. Make this area really pop and really darken it up. This is going to be the base for that star. Okay, more base pro in like a triangle shape in that same area. Then take the shade On the Glow, and I'm going to really pack that into this area in that same like kind of triangular shape. And it's basically gonna like create the outline for the star. Just pat, pat, pat up through and just keep patting until you're satisfied with that color payoff. From the Plouise Your Trippin Palette, going into the shade All Inclusive. And we use that to create the star shape that I'm gonna eventually kind of like etch out in that Plouise Base Pro. Blend out the edges to make the outline pop a little more. That same shade On the Glow. Then using more Base Pro, I'm going to go in and try to create the small star. I think that is actually exactly what I want. I know I said that I would just do the one and then show you the rest of them. I don't know how I would film that. It would take so long. So I'm just going to finish the rest of the stars. I showed you how I did that one and I'll be right back. Gonna be honest, it's been several hours later and I am done with the main part of the eyes. I wish I could have showed you, but it was really me just like losing my mind, like very slowly losing my mind, and I'm very happy it's done. Like, I don't even know how I would have filmed all of the acrobatics. Like, look at the back of my hand. Like, that was a lot. There was an easier way to do it than the way that I did it. If you start by like doing the outline first, like all of the outlines first, then going in and creating like the negative space, and then blending out and then putting the color, that is so much easier than what I did. And I had to like restart over one of them because it looks so bad. But we're here now. We're done. I'm happy with the way they look. So let's keep on moving. I'm going to try to make sure I list all of the shades I use down below. It's quite a bit of them, and I'll just make sure I specify like which star I use the shades on. I want to emphasize the negative space a little more, so I'm going to go in with the Plouise Wedding Wish palette. I'm going to go in with the shade Endless Love. I'm just going in and lightly filling in that space that's kind of like stained by whatever that base color is. And I'm just making sure I'm doing it lightly, because I really don't want to ruin anything, because that would be the end of me. Like, I almost decided to give up, but I didn't, because I thought about having to refilm this. And then I almost like actually lost my mind. Then I'm going to go in with the MZYZ brown eyeliner for my lower lash line. I'm going to use this to just add some slight emphasis to my inner corner and my lower lash line. And I'm also going to use this to draw on slight lower lashes, just to emphasize the lower part of my eye a little more. e.l.f. Snow Bud Shadow Stick in the shade Perfect Pearl. I'm just going to put this on my waterline just to open up the eye a little more and help break up some of that really bright color. Shiseido's Lash Curler to curl my lashes. Just do a couple clamps on the upper lashes and kind of like going slightly down your lash and clamping, slightly down your lash and clamping, just so you can make your eye appear as open as you can. Then going in with the Hourglass Unlock Mascara in the shade Black. Go in and generously coat my upper and lower lashes. I want to help my eyes look as open as possible, especially because I'm not wearing liner on my top lashes. I feel like the liner on the top just kind of like helps the eyes look more fluttery, but I'm really going to be working hard with this mascara just to help like prep them for false lashes, especially because again there's no eyeliner. I'm going to go ahead and pop on a pair of really fluttery top lashes just because I want my eye to appear as open as possible, and these just make my eyes look so pretty and they're really dramatic and they kind of fit this makeup look very well. And at the center of my lower lashes, I'm going to just stick one just to like open my eye up, and it's kind of clownish but it's also really cute. Then going in with Wet n Wild's Perfect Pout Gel Lip Liner in the shade Gone Burgundy. I'm going to use that to really overline my upper lip and my lower lip. Her lips are very full, that's why I use the contour to just try to make my lips look really nice and pouty. And I'm just going to emphasize the shape with this lip liner. I ended up going in with two Fwee products for my lips. This is their Blurring Pudding Pot in the shade Ambitious, as well as their 3D Voluming Gloss. And this one is in the shade Scotch, but the 30% one. I really like this. I feel like it makes the lips look really like nice and like glossy without adding too much of its own pigment. And honestly, with how long it took me to do the eye makeup, I did not think I was gonna like the way everything looked by the end of it, especially because like if something takes me too long, like, and this took me a really long time, it's kind of like I feel like a little jaded with the makeup look, but I feel like this all turned out very well. I think it looks really pretty. Please let me know what you guys think of the final look. I think it's like really edgy, and I feel like a lot of people have been wanting me to try more like edgy makeup looks because I feel like I do like the soft and pretty looks, which I love, and I love an edgy look too. But sometimes I just need people to push me out of my comfort zone, even if the makeup look will take like 4.5 hours to complete. So please give this one some love. I really appreciate all of you. Leave me a comment down below letting me know what you guys think of this look and what I should try next time. Don't forget to subscribe to my page and turn on your push notifications so you can be notified when I upload next. I love you guys all so much. See you next time. Bye!